I'll give you the top 10. The Godfather 1 and 2 is number 1.
But not 3.
Not 3. Three's not good. I haven't seen it.
So number 1, Godfather Part 1 and 2. Welcome to episode 91 of Movie Rebrew. I am your host, Michael Jennison, and with me today, I have two co-hosts. The first one, you guys might know him from The Lair of the White Worm Rewind. Shockingly, wasn't the least viewed thing on this podcast, to the shock of everybody. The closest thing I know to a Jersey boy. Welcome to the podcast, Harrison.
I am from New Jersey. I think that gives me some credibility to talk about Bruce. Happy to share that today.
And our other guest, when Harry agreed to do this, his exact request was, I want this guy to also be on it while wearing a red headband. So welcome back to the pod from Sideways fame, Michael E2.
Great to be back.
Hell yeah, boys. All right, so we'll be talking about Bruce Springsteen's movie. I am drawing a blank. What is it? Journey to Nowhere?
Deliver Us from Nowhere? Deliver Me
from Nowhere.
So close. We're all around there. Deliver Me from Nowhere. And we'll be drinking some beers for you today. I have God Bless America, Evergreen Brewing Company. It's a classic lager and ale, I believe somewhere. Yeah. Moore Park, California. Connection, kind of obvious. Born in the USA is sung during this. God bless the USA. Not the best, but it's something. You guys have anything to drink?
I have a beer that you had seen me already review with the Lair of the White Worm, Sam Adams Oktoberfest. This is the second beer out of that 6-pack that I'm drinking now, 3 weeks later. So I'll be able to tell you if it ages well.
So clearly you really liked it because you could barely stop drinking it. E2, you got anything?
I do. I have the super exclusive strawberry crate hard cider from Trader Joe's. Hopefully it will be good. But the only thing that I had in my fridge that I thought would be good, worth opening.
Didn't I have one of those, E2, when I was at your place?
You might have had this. I also had the guava cider at the time, so could have been that one.
Yeah, it might have been the guava. I think I had like a really upset stomach because I think I drank the night before, and I was like, give me something fruity, and then you handed me either that or the guava. And I don't have a strong take on if I liked it or not, but you know what? Off the first sip, this God Bless America Evergreen Pilsner, not bad. 4.8%.
Sam Adams is solid beer. Nothing to report.
Yeah, the strawberry cider is probably a 1.1 out of 10.
Nice. E2, what's your connection to strawberries and Bruce Springsteen?
Connections to strawberries and Springsteen. Harrison, do you guys have any like strawberry farms in Jersey anywhere?
We are called the Garden State, South Jersey. You can pretty much grow, I think, whatever you want. They more known for tomatoes and corn, I would say, but you can get strawberries down there, I believe.
Okay.
You can grow anything you want in South Jersey.
Garden State. I mean, not anything, but
you got strawberries and Garden State. I'll take that.
Is it called the Garden State because of its agriculture?
I'm pretty sure. Like South Jersey is like underratedly a very like rich agricultural area.
It's abundant in agriculture. I guess that makes sense. I don't really know what I thought it was called the Garden State for. I guess that makes sense. In the early days, we haven't discovered the Great Plains. Whatever.
The Great Plains are agriculture and they can grow a lot of wheat or corn. It's not very diverse. I think South Jersey, you can grow pretty much anything, like I just said, so.
I shouldn't be questioning you when it comes to agriculture. Harry has deep roots to Oklahoma.
Yeah. Notable
farms.
farmer Harrison Milacek.
More than me.
Real great.
I milked a cow when I was 2 years in second grade. I mean, did you guys go to a farm trip to farms?
In school?
Yeah.
I don't know if I did in school. I know I've gone before because I did also milk a cow, but I don't remember if it was like
What
for a
other
school trip.
context would you have milked a cow?
It might have been like I went with like my church for like a like farm. It was like an event at someone's farm.
Yeah. It's kind of weird. It's kind of gross. That's all I remember. All right, boys. Let's get into the movie here. Frankenstein dropped on Netflix. I actually had the chance to see it in theaters. I'll talk about it a little bit at the end of this podcast as well. But we're talking about Bruce Springsteen here. Deliver Me from Nowhere. Who wants to go first? Spoiler-free review. And then we'll all judge you.
I'll go. I mean, I could go first. I did not.
Aaron,
I
lay it on
did
me.
not. I did not care for it. I thought it was boring. I didn't understand what the point of it was. There didn't seem to be any real conflict throughout the movie, other than just like Bruce like wrestling with his success and like how he wants to like keep his artistic kind of soul against that. But like, I never really felt like it was really that much of a struggle. I didn't care like how the flashbacks were handled. I thought was a little confusing and narratively just kind of like disconnected. But and then the acting I thought was just okay.
What would you give it out of 10?
4 or 5.
4.5 out of 10?
Yeah.
All right. Thumbs down.
Yeah, I should probably caveat this as well, though, with the fact that generally I do not care for music biopics. I don't know if I've seen a music biopic that I actually have enjoyed within the last 5 years, or since this last run of like we're making a new music biopic every year has started. So maybe if I couch it within the context of like music biopics in general, it's average, maybe slightly above average.
But, I mean, you hate this movie.
I don't hate it. It's fine. I don't think I'll ever watch it again.
Yeah, I mean,
It's
that's
also
fair.
it's also like 2 hours and like I don't know. Yeah, I found myself like looking at my phone quite a bit throughout it.
Yeah, I mean, should say that this movie is currently sitting at 60% Rotten Tomatoes, and also it hit its projections at the box office, but hit the low end of those projections. Currently, last time I checked this morning, it was at $40 million on a $55 million budget. Still in theaters, still playing quite a bit, but like not necessarily this box office smash hit, and not necessarily a critic's darling movie either. But you two, what'd you think?
So I thought it was good. I didn't love it. I also like had an expectation that I think was met, knowing that like I think that a lot of people went in with the wrong idea, and I think that was why some people didn't like it. But I kind of understood that like this was not his like nuclear kind of going to like massive fame part of his storyline. So I was kind of expecting it to be boring, and it was, but I thought there were.
Well, Nebraska's a boring album. We should.
I thought there were really
That's
good parts to it, but like I knew that it was going to be slow. I knew that it wasn't going to be like his like uber successful mainstream fame kind of arc. So I think that kind of like tempered my expectations a bit.
Yeah, I should ask you guys. In general, you guys are both big Bruce Springsteen fans, correct?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But where does like Nebraska rank for you guys among his albums? For me, it's like I've tried to listen to Nebraska a handful of times before this movie. It's always been kind of like I like folk music, but I just always kind of find it one-noted. Just kind of a boring slog to get through the whole entire album. Like there's highlights of it that I like. I really like the song Nebraska in general, but then when you listen all the way through, I just find myself just always like kind of losing interest. So it's one of my more like least listened to and least favorite Bruce Springsteen. Bruce Springsteen is my favorite artist. So when I heard that they were making a movie essentially about his time in making Nebraska, I understood why they were doing it because it's so different than his other albums. But at the same time, I was like, really? That's like just such a boring album.
Yeah, I think that's probably my take on it as well. Like I wouldn't put it in my top half of Bruce albums. Like I
Yeah.
think my number one's probably The River, especially if I'm not counting kind of his live albums.
You would say The River.
It's really good.
I'd
Follow
fight
that,
Born to Run.
yeah. It's probably The River, Born to Run, then maybe his live album, and then Greetings from Asbury Park.
I was
Run,
born in the USA too, because I'm a.
Born in the USA, number one, though, not Born to Run.
That's number one for you.
I think so.
What about you two? What's your relationship with Nebraska?
Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't say it's in my top albums for it, but I think actually his favorite for mine is Darkness on the Edge of Town.
Ooh.
It's a good one too.
Yeah. So for me, I'm like, oh, E2, what would you score it out of 10?
I would say 6.5, maybe 7.
6.5?
Yeah.
6.75? I'm hearing.
Sure.
But you give it a thumbs up, right?
Yeah.
So for me, I kind of building off what Harrison said, like I'm so fatigued by these music movies, but at the same point in time, these music biopics, at the same point in time, I'm always like entertained by them. It's this weird relationship where like normally these people are like really interesting and cool people, and I really like their music. I'm thinking about Bob Dylan here, thinking about Elton John, thinking of Bohemian Rhapsody with Queen and Freddie Mercury. But the issue is that they're just like almost like E! True Hollywood Story type. Like this is what they were doing when they were 18 years old until they usually pass away or something happens. And the problem is that you try to cover like 25 years, like the Elvis movie, man. The Elvis movie literally tries to cover his whole entire lifespan. And like you do a lot of voiceovers and a lot of stuff, and it just seems cheesy and forced, and like it's entertaining in a sense, but it's like I feel like I could just get this from reading a Wikipedia page. So I was excited that this Bruce Springsteen movie was going to be a short window in his life, kind of like what they did with the Bob Dylan movie. This whole movie probably takes place over 6 months. And even though it's him making one of his least interesting albums to me, I was intrigued by the fact that like, all right, let's see what they do here. Also, I think interesting is that I was reading through, and A24 was originally supposed to produce this movie. I think it kind of makes sense a little bit. It does feel like it's a little bit different than those other major biopics, but it actually lost in a bidding war. Disney swooped in and actually made it a bidding war, and they ended up getting the rights to it. I kind of wish I would have saw maybe that A24 movie because I'm sure Disney kind of put their fingerprints on this movie quite a bit because it does kind of feel more dark and more rugged and more, I don't know, quiet of a movie than those other 4 recent movies that came out that stars, male leads, music movies. With that being said, I do like that it takes place over a small period of time. I do like the fact that, like, I don't know. I go back and forth. The Bruce Springsteen stage show. Have you guys both seen the stage show that he had on Broadway? It's on Netflix.
Oh, Broadway?
I haven't seen it.
Yeah.
I've seen part of it.
For me, that's one of 2 things that I've given a 10 on this podcast. I've given that and Hamilton a 10 on this podcast, both stage shows. But that's like that's like literally one of my favorite things I've seen in the last 10 years. Like I love the stories he tells, and he talks about how he's like a phony, right? How he never worked in a factory, how a lot of the stuff he made up. And it almost feels like this movie is almost pushing the narrative of him like being a phony in general. I don't necessarily like the fake love interest in this movie, how she is a kid and she's from Jersey. Like, it's not based on a real girl. It's based on a multitude of different women, he said. I don't like the fact that Bruce was so heavily involved into the movie. He was on set, I think, for 8 days. I don't think that you can ever do I don't know. I think you're doing a disservice when you have someone who's alive that's close to the movie. I don't like that. Back to the phony aspect is that, I think he's really it feels like they're almost pushing this narrative that he's a guy from Jersey and, he was dating this single mom in Jersey. And it's like Bruce Springsteen in 1980, like Bruce Springsteen might have had a fling with a girl like that, but like in 1985, he ended up dating a supermodel, ended up marrying a supermodel. I know it's loosely based off his future wife too, who he met at the Stone Pony. Stone Pony, and she ended up being part of the E Street Band, where they ended up like really flourishing. But I do feel like it's kind of almost pushing that like Jersey narrative a lot of like that rugged Jersey narrative of Bruce Springsteen, which like he's talked about how like that's not really actually true to like who he is. I also, in that stage show, he talks a lot about the complicated relationship he has with his father. And I think that that's obviously like if there is a plot to this movie, and I do think at times you wonder if there really is a plot to this movie at times, it is like him dealing with his depression, and then also looking back at his dad and how his dad was unhealthy dealing with his depression, and him not trying to go down the same path as his father did. And then also there's this complex relationship of like him loving his father. I like that. I like that aspect. I think it was a good attempt at trying to breathe new life into these music biopics. I also fucking love Bruce Springsteen like so much. He's probably, I don't know, one of my favorite celebrities, certainly one of my favorite celebrities from that era. I just think he's an awesome, cool guy. And so maybe this is a little bit of a soft score, but given all of that, I'm at like a 6.5. Thumbs up. I'd probably watch this again. Like, honestly, I found it entertaining. There's a couple music numbers that were sick in this movie that I loved. But all in all, it still falls into just too many of like the boring tropes of music biopics at the end of the day. And also, like, it is kind of just a boring movie about a boring album. So that's where I stand. But I'm a thumbs up. I think I'm higher than the general public. All right. Then we will hop into spoilers. The first thing I want to say is, Harry, how pumped are you about Martin Sheen being in this movie?
Does that count?
I don't know. Harrison has always randomly said that his favorite actor is Martin Sheen. At the minute so me and Harry had talked about for 2 months that he was going to be a guest on for this pod. And the minute there was a Badlands scene and we saw Martin Sheen, I was like, oh, this is fate. This is fate.
Yeah. To bring back another problem with this movie is that the Badlands scene came on and I immediately thought, why don't I just go watch Badlands? Like, it's just a more enjoyable movie.
Yeah. No, there was multiple times where I was like, I want to watch the stage show, because I think the stage show does a better job of portraying what is being done here. That's my recommendation to people listening to this. Like, go and watch the stage show on Netflix. It's so good. He's talking about the same exact themes, but like he talks about it in like 5 minutes and then he plays a song. And it's like so well written because it's written by him, the whole entire thing. I agree. So like I was seeing Badlands and I was like, man, I need to go home and watch Badlands. Didn't know that the song Nebraska was loosely based off of the murderer of the Badlands. That's super cool. I liked that aspect. I don't know. Badlands is such an awesome movie. If you haven't watched it, go watch it. Starring Martin Sheen, who looks like so much like Charlie Sheen in that movie that it almost takes you out of it multiple times. But I thought that was cool. Him writing his songs like based on what he was doing was kind of a cliche trope, but I also like kind of liked it a lot. I mean,
yeah,
it was so tropey, but it was like,
well.
I don't know. And so I guess the probably the worst scene in this movie for me, and the complex relationship with his father and him. In the stage show, Bruce goes on this long rant about his dad, and then I think he plays "My Father's House" is a song that he sings for his dad. But his intro to it, he talks about how like weird and complex his relationship was with his dad, but at the end of the day, like his dad was always his hero. And like they had this like heart-to-heart moment years, like they ended up, I think Bruce said that him and his dad ended up really connecting more once Bruce had a child and then he was a dad of his own. I think his dad showed up to his doorstep with like a bottle of wine or a 6-pack of beer, something along those lines. But they were having this like sit-down conversation like the early 90s. And his dad was like, you know, seeing you on stage, blah, blah, blah. Like, I would never be able to do that. And he's like, Dad, like, the way that people portray me on stage and they see this rock star up there, like, that's how I've always looked at you, which is cute. It's cute. Like, Bruce was his rock star. His Bruce Springsteen was his father. And this really interesting, weird, complex relationship because his dad was a drunk. His dad was dealing with psych issues, almost seemed schizophrenic in this movie, and also was like abusive to Bruce's mom, his wife. And so it's this really weird, complex relationship that I think it's done pretty good in the flashbacks. Harry, you didn't like it, but I think what's bad is like there's that really dramatic moment where like Bruce is like talking to his therapist or something like that. He's like, I have depression, or he's like, I need help. It's like this just really like weird, cringy scene where he says that, and then it like flashes like Bruce Springsteen saw a therapist and still sees one to this day. And it felt like more like a PSA for like, go get help, don't kill yourself. They might as well flash the suicide hotline across the screen. It was weird. It took me out of the movie completely. So I like the themes of depression. I thought they did an okay job with the flashbacks, but then it was like weirdly heavy-handed and like it didn't really feel like that's supposed to be the climax, and it really just felt underwhelming.
Yeah, I agree. It's I don't know. I feel like all these music biopics follow the same formula in that like there's some like issues growing up, and then like it leads to depression and angst, and that's what fuels the creative spark. But there's always like a drawback, and like how do you not fall too far into those feelings while still being creative? And it's just so hashed out.
Would you not have had the flashbacks, or would you just, or would you just not make this movie?
I just wouldn't have made this movie.
I mean, I think you, I don't know. I think you need the flashbacks if you're trying to go there, right? Because it's like, if not, it's like he's writing all these sad songs. I think it makes sense you get the flashbacks. If you're going to make this movie, I don't really know how else you do it. It was a goddamn trope. It being in black and white almost made it more tropey.
That's what really turned me off of it.
Yeah. That was tough. Did you like that, E2? The whole depression and dad thing? How do you think that was done?
I thought it was all right. I thought it was done well, but are you saying that the scene that you really didn't like was the one where he met with the therapist at the end, like towards the end?
Yeah, and like it cut across the screen, like the movie wasn't over yet. That was the thing, though. Like it cut across the screen, and there's still one more scene afterwards. It was like Bruce saw a therapist and still sees one to this day. It was something like that. I was like, what the fuck is this?
See, I actually really liked that scene. This is the one where Jeremy Allen White like broke down.
And like crying, yeah, broke down and crying. I liked that scene. I didn't like the whole... I liked it up until the point where like there was the cringy line where it was like, you need help. I can't help you anymore. And then it was... Because like, I don't know, they hinted at it before with him talking to his agent or like producer about it. But then like, it wasn't necessarily ever like... I feel like they should have had one more conversation before that phone call. It feels like there was a scene missed. I'm not saying this movie was already long enough, but there probably should have been like a confrontation. There should have been something before. It just feels like it kind of jumped ahead. Because like I sensed the whole depression thing, sure, but it wasn't necessarily... It never felt like Bruce was going to kill himself. Like I never felt like he was depressed to the point where he was like thinking of ending his life. It always just kind of felt like he was depressed to the point of like he doesn't like making pop music. He wants to make a folk music. Like it didn't, I don't know. It didn't necessarily seem completely warranted to me that he was already at a point where he was going to like off himself.
See, the reason that I liked the scene is because I thought it like was representing that the whole process of putting the album together took so much out of him, and this was him like finally getting to the point of like reckoning with that process, because I think it was like he was doing it and maybe not really realizing what he was doing until after the fact, and then culminated with him going to like see a therapist. And I don't think that scene was supposed to be all that long, or I think it like served its point, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
That's how I took it.
Yeah, Harry, you hated that scene, it seems like. Anything to add?
No, I mean, if I was to make a counterpoint to my thoughts here, it'd be like I do think they tie like it all nicely within the story of, Bruce is going through the struggle of his relationship with his dad from these flashbacks, and then he has this relationship with the love interest that's kind of a fiction of the story, right? But the fiction of the story there is like single mother with a daughter, right? Now Bruce is like wrestling with his relationship of his father and how that fits into him becoming like a father figure for this girl. So I do think it kind of like it builds upon itself in that way to show like, here's the stressor from his childhood, here's how it's kind of affecting him in his adulthood as he kind of develops this album. It especially with that kind of like being a fictional character as well, it all seems somewhat heavy-handed to me. And I think that final scene is like a very like in microcosm example of that heavy-handedness, right? It's just right into therapy, and the cutoff if he still goes to therapy to this day. It just, I don't know. It's very procedural.
If they would have played Jersey Girl over the top during their carnival scenes, would that have made this a thumbs up for you?
Thumbs up. I would be sitting here with a completely different take on this movie.
It was basically like they made a movie adapted off of that song.
Can't believe they didn't play Jersey Girl. I know that like it came out well before this, but like insane it didn't come up.
100%. Because like what it's like, doesn't he talk about picking up a single mom and like take you on the carnival rides?
It's literally the song. Yeah, it's literally the song.
Bruce's rendition of Jersey Girl is awesome though.
Oh yeah.
When you took me, Harry's family has a place on the shore, and there's a little person, right, that sings, that like drives like a small convertible on stage, and then he sings.
It's a toy John Deere tractor, first of all.
Toy John Deere. What's his name?
And his name is Shorty Long.
Shorty Long, and he sings a rendition of Jersey Girl, right? Or was I imagining this?
No, I'm pretty sure he's got Jersey. His big number is Friends in Low Places, obviously.
Of course.
But I'm pretty sure he does Jersey Girl.
With the dude on the sax, right?
Yeah.
I was pretty intoxicated when this happened, and I didn't know if it was an out-of-body experience, but it was one of the greatest moments of my life. That was Nirvana. I don't care what anyone says. Shorty Long serenading me as the sun's hitting me in the face. There's a smooth sax solo, and Jersey Girl is being sung. That was sick.
Jersey Shore, nothing better. And Shorty Long is a staple of Jersey Shore live cover bands.
And that's where Bruce got his start, correct?
Up in Asbury Park more so. So not that area of the shore.
Where is Asbury Park in relation to Jersey?
It's central Jersey on the coast. So how best to describe it? Like due south of New York City, there's the Jersey Shore kind of juts out to a point.
Yeah.
It's kind of right around there.
Okay. And where we were was closer to Atlantic City, right?
Yeah. About hour and a half south of that.
And so the Stone Ponies in Asbury Park.
Yep.
E2, you went to a concert at the Stone Pony? Am I making that up?
No, Allie did. She went to, I don't know if she actually ended up going. She's going to go see Head in the Heart at Stone Pony, but I think it was, I don't know if it was it wasn't rained out because it's an indoor venue, right?
Well,
I believe so.
It's an indoor and outdoor venue. So like in the summer, it's all outdoors. So I've never been to an indoor concert there. I've only been to the outdoor like summer series, and it'd be cool to see an indoor concert because the indoor is like small, like it's very intimate, whereas the outdoor is like a large parking lot. They can fit a few thousand people out there.
Yeah, that's not.
I mean,
cool.
did the scale that they showed in the movie, was that pretty accurate? Like, it looked pretty
Yeah.
crammed.
I feel like
it's small.
I feel like they probably filmed it at the Stone Pony, right?
I think they did. I think they filmed in Asbury
Yeah.
Park.
I looked at filming location. Asbury Park was one of them. So I feel like they filmed it there.
Yeah, from my memory, it looked dead on the Stone Pony.
And it like
Have
feels
you been
like that
inside the
too.
Stone
'Cause,
Pony?
like,
I've been in. I mean, if you go to the concert, like the inside's still open. There's just that's not where they're performing. Like it's just a bar and bathroom.
Damn. How far? We should go to the Stone Pony sometime, Harry.
I'd be down.
Asbury Park's what? 2 hours from New York?
Not quite that far. Maybe an hour and a half. There's another concert venue like right down the street from it that is also pretty cool.
is Asbury Park like an area that gets like twice the size during the summer? Like a lot of people come in just for the summer.
Yep. Yeah. It's I'd say so. I'm not like I'm not that familiar with Asbury Park, but like I can't imagine it's not like every other town near it where it's heavily, vacation homes. Now Asbury, which is more inland, I think is probably less so seasonal.
Okay.
I think it's wild that Bruce Springsteen still didn't have a number one hit at this point in time in his career. He wasn't
Did
agree.
not have one?
Yeah, like I
No.
think he only had one top 10 hit off the river, and that was his. I think "Hungry Hearts" was his first ever top 10 hit on the Billboard charts.
Wow.
And he has like a lot of albums out at this point.
Yeah, I mean, like almost all of like the good stuff is essentially out at this point. All of like the good
pretty much all his
classics.
stuff. Born to Run's out.
And so that kind of, Hungry Heart. Bruce Springsteen's first Billboard Top 10 song was Hungry Heart, which peaked number 5 on the Hot 100 charts in the 1980s. So yeah, like,
Wow.
he was not really that popular yet. And it's kind of weird because, like, I don't know, there's these, like, local, like, Michael Stanley, right, was, like, a huge star in the Cleveland area. Never really left more of Cleveland. Like, from my understanding, Bruce Springsteen, to a more... Not to that, maybe that extent, but like he was pretty much in the 70s just a Jersey guy and like a massive star, but I don't think his star appeal went too farther out of that. You agree with that, Harry?
I mean, I wasn't alive at the time. I'm not aware.
That's kind of what I'm gathering, is what I'm
You know
saying here. So like,
You know what's interesting is I have been reading the book that he wrote.
yeah, that's what the stage play's adapted off of.
Yeah, and it's interesting. There's like a part in there where his family basically moved out to California and he stayed in Jersey. And he came out to see his family and like stayed and tried out the scene here, the music scene in like San Francisco, and was not getting picked up like at any of the venues or like any of the clubs, and basically just decided that he like had failed out here and went back to Jersey because he was so big in Jersey.
Yeah, there you go. That gives me even more credence
That's the question.
of what I was saying right there. Yeah, which is crazy. I never really fully. I thought his big break was Born to Run, and I thought once Born to Run came out, then like everything after that was just smooth sailing. I didn't realize that all this. It took this long. It took him like almost until the river, and then Born in the USA to really kind of explode. Born to Run, only Billboard Hot 100 when it first came out, the single Born to Run, 23rd was its highest charting performance. It's crazy. It's one of the most popular songs of all time. I feel very comfortable saying that. That's crazy. So it puts it in some perspective here that like he was finally starting to hit his stride, finally starting to hit his mojo, and then he was like, let me make this really depressing track in my bedroom about Martin Sheen. I mean, it's cool as shit. I respect that. I respect the story. These biopics are so overdone at this point. My favorite scene in the movie. What's your guys' favorite scene in the movie? Really quick, and then maybe you guys can guess mine.
I'm trying to think of your scene. I can't really think of anything jumping out. All right, the scene that I really liked was when it's kind of like a number of scenes, but they're all related. It's like where he was trying to get that perfect sound in the studio for Nebraska and couldn't get it. But like specifically, the scene I liked is where he brought in "Born in the USA," and where the people in the booth reacted, and it was kind of like a like harbinger of like how everybody in like culture was gonna receive that song, and it was kind of just like blown away of like this is gonna be a hit, and they knew it right away too, and it was kind of like it was just cool to see how they filmed that, knowing like there just must be those certain songs that like when you get in the studio you can tell that like this is gonna be a hit.
Yeah, that was my favorite scene. My favorite scene was the recording of "Born in the USA" in the studio, because it was just like, hell yeah, I was ready to stand up and fucking start running through a wall, and that was like Jeremy Allen White's performance in this movie I think is pretty solid, but I honestly think that like when he was like in those moments, probably because he was singing like really famous Bruce Springsteen songs, but like in those moments with the E Street Band in that studio, that's when I was like, all right, I feel like I'm watching Bruce Springsteen right now in those skin tight jeans. That was sick. That was my favorite scene too. Liz got up to go to the bathroom right before that scene started and came back right after it ended. I was like, ha, idiot.
I'm so upset that there weren't more Jeremy Allen White musical scenes.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, I was shocked by how little there was of it. For how much they talked about, like he sang the songs.
I mean, I know it's hard to. Yeah, he sang all the songs that they played. I think. I mean, the album that they released with the motion picture, all of those on there he sings. But I mean, I know it's hard to like learn any amount of the guitar for like 4 months and then film it. But like, I was hoping that there was going to be more scenes of them actually playing the music than how much ended up actually in the film.
There's really only 2 music numbers. There's "Born or Run" at the beginning, and then there's "Born in the USA." And I can't really think of it. I mean, there's like some strumming going on during the
and there's
Nebraska
like little
scene.
splits of him singing Nebraska songs, but like he never sings like more than what feels like a minute of a song from Nebraska.
Yeah, which like I kind of like, but at the same point in time, it like is less entertaining. It's one of those weird things where it's like, I don't know. These are like guilty pleasures for me because like these people are super interesting, and these people are obviously incredibly famous musical artists. The backbone of American culture of like, the last 50 years, the people they're making these movies about. But it's just like, I don't know, like it's almost cheap when they do like these big music numbers, but the big music numbers are sick. So I go back and forth. I want a little bit more music. I really did.
What's the point of these movies but to like learn about the music and like enjoy the music? It's a music biopic. Like,
yeah.
How do you not lean heavily into the music?
Yeah, I agree. What did you guys think of Jeremy Allen White's performance? I liked it. I thought it was solid. I didn't think it was blowing my breath away. I also didn't think I think who plays Elvis? Like his performance was better. This performance was probably on par with Timothy for me in his performance of Bob Dylan, but I thought it was solid.
I agree. I thought it was good too.
Yeah, he just seems so one note. Like it's good, but like at the same time, if you watch The Bear, it just feels very much like a continuation of his character from The Bear.
Yeah.
I was wondering if we were going to get into that. Is he going to just consistently play these tortured characters?
Bad Boys, I guess so. I mean, he's got those blue eyes that just convey pain so well, internal pain.
I was gonna say he's got those eyes, like.
But he didn't have blue eyes in in Deliver Me from Nowhere. He had the brown
Contact?
contact.
I know he had the contact lenses, but
I mean, he has that sad face that it's just like he's good at portraying that, but it's
He
like
plays it really well, yeah.
he's got to do just like a comedy with Seth Rogen.
something to break it up. The whole time I'm watching it, I just feel like it's just like he's just doing Carmy the whole time. Okay. It's hard to kind of disassociate a little bit.
He needs his Nebraska movie that like splits from what he's been doing to just completely do something different.
I do feel like he's probably a tortured soul though in real life.
What else is he?
It feels like he taps into it quite easily.
What else? What else does he have coming out? He was kind of the same in the Iron Claw. I don't know if you guys ever saw that.
I didn't see that Iron Claw, unfortunately. That was one of my big misses.
Oh, I saw that, yeah. That was also
He's
a
got
really depressing movie.
Like he just plays depressing. Like he's just in depressing movies.
He's got some stuff coming out next year. He's got a Mandalorian movie coming out next year.
I saw that. Isn't he in the new Social Network movie? What's he playing that?
Oh,
No.
this actually got greenlighted? Yeah, they're filming it. Yeah, the Social Reckoning with Sorkin's directing and writing it again.
He's playing Zuckerberg.
No, I think Jeremy Strong is playing.
Jeremy Strong
Zuck.
is Oh, so we're getting them to
But who's Jeremy Allen White
White.
playing? He's in it, right?
Well-
Yeah, he's Jeff Horowitz.
Oh, how do you not have Jesse Eisenberg do it? He was perfect. What?
I'm sure Eisenberg didn't want to come back.
He probably didn't want to come back. That makes no sense. I feel like Eisenberg is like half retired. Or he just can't get work. Is he in the new Now You See Me? We're losing the plot here. Jeremy Allen White's playing Jeff Horowitz.
Oh, okay.
Horowitz. Who's, I don't know.
I've just Googled him. I can't figure out who it is.
You would think he'd be like a notable person.
He doesn't. His name doesn't link to a Wikipedia page, so I'm guessing it's like a
broken
made-up.
code inside Facebook, and it looks like he maybe is the one who like blows up the Facebook thing. So he's probably the co-lead with Jeremy Strong, is my understanding. I mean, that's fine. It's not great, but that's fine. Fine career path for him.
What did you guys think of Jeremy Strong? What did you guys think of Jeremy Strong in this movie?
I don't really know like what John Landau like how he is. So I don't really know how his like depiction of him was like true to form.
Did
or,
we need
like,
that much? Like, did we need that much of him in this movie? Like, I don't. Like, after a little while, I failed to see what the point of the manager character being so heavily involved was.
I also thought he was too one-noted. I kind of thought that he was too nice of a guy.
That's what I mean. Like, he didn't provide conflict.
He always did exactly what he should have done. And, like, he also, like, sensed the pain in Bruce's voice, but then, like, didn't tell Bruce. And then, like, so quickly in that one scene, he convinces Bruce to go to therapy. I mean, like, whoever that guy is in real life, he comes off so good in this movie. He's like a saint in this whole entire movie. I thought the performance by Jeremy Strong, once again, I don't know the actual guy. I thought he acts well in this movie. But, yeah, I just didn't love that character. I liked him a lot, actually, but, like, I just felt like he should have had more depth to it to really drive this movie home.
I agree. That's kind of my take on it too. There just wasn't like enough there to really have like a good performance on.
Yeah, for sure. So, I'm gonna have you guys rank these biopics that have come out recently. Has everyone seen Bohemian Rhapsody here?
Seen Bohemian Rhapsody. I've seen the Bob Dylan one, and I've seen.
Have you seen Elton
this
John?
one now. Have not seen Elton John. Have not seen Elvis.
Didn't see Elvis. All right, out of those three, which rank them 1 through 3?
The Bob Dylan one's the best.
Yeah? Okay.
Yeah.
I felt like this movie, I don't know if Bob Dylan had come out yet. Well, yeah, it had. I felt like this movie was kind of edited to kind of be like the Bob Dylan movie.
Yeah, I think this like got greenlit right on the back of that. I think that
Yeah.
the success of like that is what gave us this.
Yeah, they're kind of following that playbook quite a bit. Like a smaller period of time. So you go Dylan, then you go what?
This one, and then I really did not enjoy Bohemian Rhapsody.
Yeah. There's a couple good scenes, Bohemian Rhapsody's kind of ass. What about you, Michael?
So I have not seen. I saw all of them except for Complete Unknown. And is that freewheeling, Bob Dylan? Is that like the time frame?
It's
Yeah.
him going electric. You haven't seen that movie too?
I haven't. No.
Oh man, that's like
That
you're
movie's
kind of,
that movie's underrated, carried a lot by what's his freaking name?
Johnny Cash.
No, Edward Norton.
Oh
Edward
yeah,
Norton, that is great.
I
Oh,
love
really?
Ed Norton.
Yeah.
Love Ed Norton. Every movie could use some Ed Norton. Which is a fact.
Yeah,
All right.
but between the ones that I have seen, I would say, I don't know. I actually really liked Rocket Man. I thought that was pretty well done.
That's your favorite? I like the
I actually-
fantastical aspect of Rocket Man.
Yeah, that's like what I liked about it. I also kind of actually liked the Elvis one. I feel like that's like not very common, but I thought the Elvis one was pretty good, and then I'd say probably Bohemian Rhapsody, and then Deliver Me From Nowhere.
So Deliver Me From Nowhere is your least favorite.
I don't know. I mean, I would either say
Hey man.
it's
Hey man.
no. I was gonna say it's between. I would put them. The two that I'm back and forth on would be Bohemian Rhapsody and Deliver Me From Nowhere. I like Deliver Me From Nowhere, but the fact in terms of just the boring aspect of it just brings it down a lot. But I still liked it.
For me, I mean that's fair. For me, my fifth one is Elvis. I kind of fucking hate Elvis. I like that it was fantastical elements, kind of like Rocket Man. I just think they're trying to pack way too much into it, and then also Tom Hanks doing like the voiceover. Ugh, spare me, spare me, spare me. That was brutal, hard to watch. But I love Elvis as a singer, and the music's sick. So it's kind of one of those weird things. But like I didn't care for that movie. Bohemian Rhapsody's probably 4 for me, even though the Bohemian Rhapsody scene and the Live Aid scene is sick. But the fact that it did so well at the Academy Awards probably hurts the movie in my eyes too, which it shouldn't, but it probably does. And I just like the way that they handled Freddie Mercury like being a homosexual and having AIDS, and like the scene in the rain with his like lover was just so poorly done and just awful. That's 4 for me. Number 3 for me is probably A Complete Unknown. I thought it was good. I thought it was an improvement from the other ones. However, I just kind of found it boring. Like, I don't know. Also, like, I kind of hate Bob Dylan, which was kind of nice because like it doesn't make Bob Dylan look that great, but like, dude kind of just pisses me off in general as a human being. I don't know.
The problem with the Complete Unknown is you just would rather watch Inside Llewyn Davis the whole time you're watching it.
Well, 100%, like 1,000,000%. That hurts.
Like, it's just a better version of that kind of movie.
It hurts it like 1,000,000 times. You're 100% correct. That's just like, why are we making this movie when it's been done 1,000,000 times better? Yeah, I completely agree. Like Spinal Tap,
Okay.
right? That's why I don't need to see Bohemian Rhapsody.
Yeah.
So we have all the recent ones, but where would you put Walk the Line in all of these?
I'm not done yet, E2. Number 2, I have this movie. I don't even know what it's called anymore. Deliver Me From Nowhere. Yeah. This is number 2. And the number 1, Rocket Man. I actually really like Rocket Man. I love the fantastical aspects. Like it was fun. It was fun. It didn't take itself too seriously. I enjoyed Rocket Man. Walk the Line, E2. I have not seen Walk the Line.
Oh, really?
I haven't seen it either.
No.
Oh, guys.
I don't think it's not like streaming anywhere, is it?
I feel
I
like I've
looked it
seen
up
the
to
first
look.
30 minutes of it once and just never went back to it.
Yeah.
E2, these movies aren't that enticing to me. Like, it's not something I'm dying to see. And I love
No,
Rocket
but
Man.
Walk the Line
He's my
was
favorite.
like Walk the Line was like probably the only biopic that was like a music biopic at the time it came out.
Well, Ray came out a year before it. These movies have been made throughout history. Spinal Tap was made making fun of these movies.
I'm not saying that they haven't been made,
but
but they're like obviously having a moment right now where there's like 1 to 2 coming out like every year.
The Michael Jackson movies come out in April. Did you guys see the trailer for it?
Insane, yeah. We'll see how good it is. That I probably won't be seeing that, so you can avoid booking me on the pod at that point.
Yeah, I would have you for the Michael Jackson podcast. Get over yourself. No way in hell. That one looks terrible. That one looks like it has like. You think this one has a lot of tropes? It's like Hold My Beer, and they're going to do this Michael Jackson. They also got
who's playing him?
His nephew, which I like. That's cool. But
do we know the timeline of it? Is it like a full lifetime?
Spanning his whole life. So the first act was supposed to be the Jackson 5. The second act was supposed to be his middle career, and his third act was supposed to be, the whole allegations and stuff.
Didn't they get sued to hell though over like the allegations?
They got
had to cut
sued
all
to
that
hell
out?
over the allegations. So they filmed the whole entire thing, right? The whole thing was done. It was like a 4 to 5 hour movie. So they're like, okay, this is going to have to be a 2-parter. So they were ready to do a 2-parter. This movie is supposed to come out this year in 2025. They got sued to hell, like Harrison said. And essentially they had to reshoot a lot of different things. And so now this movie is just the Jackson 5 stuff to Michael Jackson like in the mid-'80s. And then they say that if this movie does really, really well, they'll figure out something to do for part 2 with the allegations and stuff. They'll figure out what they can do. Because they have a whole second movie ready to made, but they said that they can't actually show it due to, like, lawsuits. Because a lot of, like, the settling out of court stuff that Michael did, it kind of, I guess you can't make a movie about those people. I'm not exactly sure. I'm not a lawyer. I don't know if you knew that.
Well, we do have a lawyer on the call.
Not the type of law I practice.
It's not?
Shockingly, no.
I once asked E2 for law advice, and his opening statement to me was, I'm just going to let you know that this is not the law I practice, and you should not take this as legal advice. Funny.
I will say that the music biopics are not very good, but I feel like there's been a lot of like musical documentaries that have come out in the last couple of years that have been very good.
The Beatles one is awesome.
The Beatles one is awesome. The Led Zeppelin one that just came out like a year or 2 ago was great. And then underratedly, what is it? Daisy Edgar and the Six or whatever the hell it's called. The one that's about Fleetwood. It's like a loose spin-off of Fleetwood Mac. It's a TV show.
I know what you're talking about. I haven't seen it though.
It's honestly very good, and it's a loose adaptation of like how like Stevie Nicks got integrated with Fleetwood Mac and like all the like it follows the beats of like the relationship issues and things of that nature.
It's a TV show?
It's a television show. I think it's on Hulu. Daisy Jones and the Six?
That sounds right, yeah.
I was actually paying for a Hulu account for about 5 months, and I kept forgetting to cancel it. And then every time I got charged for it, I was like, oh, you know what? I'll keep it for one more month because I'm sure there's stuff on Hulu I want to watch. And
it's on Prime.
That cycle, and I finally canceled it.
It's on Prime, so I would recommend it. It's pretty good.
What's it called?
Daisy Jones and the Six.
Huh. I mean, that sounds way more intriguing. I'd rather see loose adaptations, but that doesn't get people to theaters. My dad, by the way, loves these kind of movies. Elvis was like his favorite movie of all time, and he loved this Bruce Springsteen movie. So I mean, like that demo, I think they love these kind of movies. I still see them. I think I saw almost every one in theaters.
Yeah, I mean, the scripts have to be somewhat easy to write, right? Because you're just basing off like 100%. Historical events, so that's got to be pretty easy for them.
And they're interesting characters. Like you don't get to that part of fame, and also like that type of like storytelling, that type of artistry, without at least having some interesting aspects to your upbringing.
Yeah, and it's interesting to see how these people got their inspiration, and what led to the creation of their albums and their art.
the each Beatles getting their own biopic. You guys hear about that?
I did, yeah. It's kind of star-studded.
It is.
Is this
star-studded.
separate from the one that has like all the big names in it?
No,
They're
it's the
doing like
same
multiple?
one, but they're doing 4 separate ones. So one's gonna be called Ringo. One's gonna be called John. One's gonna be called Paul.
Oh, I didn't know that they were doing them in like 4 parts.
Yeah, I think they're all
They
getting
are-
released within a month of each other, though.
How do you
Or, like-
drop those in release order? Because you can't have like Ringo go last and then just no one watches the Ringo one.
Yeah, and I wonder if it's gonna be like different times of their life, because they're all gonna be in it, right? Like Ringo has to be in the Paul one.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but the thing is, they all have like fairly interesting, distinct chapters over the course of the Beatles.
Yeah,
Like with George, you have like all the stuff with like his spiritualism and like going to India, but then also afterwards you have like him doing his solo album, All Things
I
Must
think-
Pass, which is just great.
yeah. No, I think George and John would be the 2 most interesting ones to me. John Lennon's kind of a bit of a wanker, but I'd be interested to see it. I think George is the most interesting one because George is the quiet Beatle, and he's also did the whole Hindu thing. Yeah, I think he's kind of would be the most interesting one to me. And Ringo, I don't know. I'm sure Ringo has a story to tell. Paul, maybe I'll learn something from Paul. I feel like just Paul is just like he's too perfect. I feel like there's not that much to tell with Paul. E2's looking at me like he's about to cry. Guy loves Paul McCartney.
I mean, if I had to pick one that I want to see and only one, it's got to be Paul.
I mean, he's got the best Beatles songs, and he's probably got the best solo career.
The Baby I'm Amazed, I feel like this is my take on the Paul McCartney one. It had every trope in the book, but the Baby I'm Amazed scene was maybe my favorite scene of the year.
He's just looking at Linda singing.
Didn't he E2 he recorded every instrument in that song, right?
Okay, yeah. So all of the McCartney albums, like I think he's got 4 now. He plays all the instruments on all of them. That's crazy.
Yeah, like I'm pretty sure the Wings was just like the touring band. Everything like album wise was just Paul.
I mean, Paul McCartney's sick. He's the man. I love the guy.
I'm so curious to see how they do this, though. I didn't know that they were doing it in 4 different movies.
You can't have Paul have any say if the other 3 are dead, though. You can't have him like putting his
Ringo's
thumb on the
alive.
scale. Ringo's still alive? Oh shit!
What the fuck?
Damn.
Poor
Forgot.
Ringo. Jeez.
Catching strays.
Unless you broke the news. Breaking.
Really sad if he passes away now in the next couple days.
Yeah. It'd be so sad. Anything left to say before we put a bow on Deliver Me From Nowhere?
I will. I put this in our chat earlier. I will caveat that I think the best song from this album is Atlantic City, but unfortunately, the best version of Atlantic City is sung by the band. The band's version is so much more superior than the Bruce version.
Yeah, 100% agree.
Kind of shows just how like boring his version of like. I think constant like point about Bruce is incredible songwriter. In terms of performance, maybe not the best.
Yeah.
His voice isn't exactly like the most pretty.
That's how
It's
I think
good.
about
It's like-
Dylan.
Well, I was about to
the
say,
same as
like,
Dylan.
I think it helps. It helps his music. Like his voice helps his music. Like I think he's the right voice for what he's trying to do. I think Bob Dylan's the right voice for what he's trying to do too. Like I think those voices work. Would I want to hear Bruce Springsteen singing Stevie Wonder? Absolutely not. Michael Jackson? Absolutely not. But I think, and like Nebraska's should work for him. I just think, like Atlantic City by the band is just awesome.
Great, yeah.
there's so many Dylan covers that are way better than Dylan. Like Along the Watchtower by Jimi Hendrix is. If you tell me that Dylan has the better one, I'll smack you in the side of the head. Tambourine Man is a million times better by the Byrds than it is by Bob Dylan. Yeah, isn't revved up like a deuce? You know, the rumor in the night, blinded by the light. That's a Bruce song originally, right?
Blinded by the Light?
Is it? No, I don't think so.
Yeah. That's
Is
on Greetings from Ashbury.
I didn't know that.
It might be the
that's not
opening song on that album, actually.
But that's not the good one. That's not the one that we like. Yeah, 1973, Blinded by the
Yep.
Light, written by Bruce Springsteen.
Yeah,
Who's
'cause
the
he's-
cover
he-
by?
Oh, I'm trying to remember.
Manfred
Man's
Earth Band.
Earth Band.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I've seen a couple live performances where he mentions the cover, and he says that they changed the line to is it revved up like a douche? That's what they change it to, and he always like makes a joke about it because he says that it's supposed to be deuce in reference to a car.
Well, in the whatever that band's called, Defense, Bruce, you pronunciate your words. Like, there's half the lyrics
Yeah.
that no one has any idea what he's saying. What also, have either of you guys seen The Smashing Machine?
No, not yet.
No, I haven't.
That's a movie I'll wait if I see it.
Yeah, don't run to
streaming.
theaters to see that movie. But there's a scene with Jungle Land, which I think is Harry's favorite Bruce Springsteen song, right?
Probably.
And it's one of my favorite movie scenes of the year. And so it hurts that the year that this movie came out, the same month that this movie came out, there's a better scene with a Bruce Springsteen song in it than from this movie. Hurts it a lot. Electric Nebraska. I promised them in a group chat that we would talk about it. You guys listen to it? So
Yeah.
for those at home, with the release of the movie, they actually released the electric recording of Nebraska that Bruce hated, essentially never wanted to hear the light of day. I guess 25 years later he feels okay. 25. That was horrible math. 43 years later he feels okay with it coming out now. It's really bad.
Yeah, it's definitely not better than the original.
No, I don't mind Nebraska.
That's
But
the
then-
only one. That's the only one that I thought sounded okay.
Some feel like not finished either, which might
Yeah.
actually be true. But man, like some of it was like hurting my ears bad, really bad.
Well,
also
I mean, they
always
might have
likes to,
honestly stopped it before they like did full mixes. I mean, the way that they make it look in the movie, he got pretty upset with the way that it was coming, like being done. So I wouldn't be surprised if they just like stopped and then like left it in the vault for 40 years.
Yeah, I honestly, it almost feels like that. Oh, by the way, I want to say this. Mark Moran, who's in this movie,
Yeah.
there was like 5 or 6 scenes where I saw him. I thought I saw him. And I'm like, is that Mark Moran? But he never talked. And I was like, what is going on here? Does that extra just look just like him? Then finally, he has one scene where he's trying to get the sound right. They had to cut something out. There's no reason you get him for that small of a role. It was distracting, though. He was in like the back of 5 or 6 scenes before he actually talked. Anyone else distracted by that?
Oh, Mark Maron?
Yeah, he
Yeah.
was like running around with like the cassette tape without a cover, trying to get the vinyl version of it.
Yeah. That him. It was weird. I feel
he
like his
must-
part was cut out.
Yeah, he must have been cut.
Anyways, back to Electric Nebraska. Not good. Bruce was right. I also don't like how he tries to like make Born in the USA not Born in the USA. Like he tries to like slow it down a lot of times in performances. He did it on his Broadway thing. And like Born in the USA is honestly a super sad song, right? And it's supposed to be about, Bruce being like he dodged the Vietnam War. He was drafted, he dodged the war, and it's supposed to be about that. So it's meant to be a super sad song. But like it's obviously not. Like the electric guitars and when it's performed live or when it's performed in the album, it's a sick song, but it's certainly not really depicted as a sad song. I don't like when he like slows it down and tries to make it something that it's not. Or I guess not something that it's not, but it's like
Give the people what they want. Like they want to just belt along to this song.
You should
like that's the beauty of Bruce's like singing style. It's like it's the perfect kind of like singing to sing along to as he sings.
Yeah. And like, dude, the lyrics still stand on their own. Like,
oh yeah.
Like, I remember when I first really realized what I was singing, I was like, damn, that song's actually super depressing. Just leave it at that. Just leave it at that.
Yeah, I think he's always kind of taken that as like his most misunderstood or misinterpreted song. I mean, I think Reagan came out and like made a mention of it when it was first released in like a very patriotic way, and he was like, "This is not what this song's about."
Yeah, no, I agree. Like, I think if you go to like a 4th of July cookout, people play "Born in the USA" right after they play like "Courtesy of the Red, White, and Blue" by Toby Keith.
Yeah.
It's Americana. I mean, and I can understand as Bruce Springsteen, that's probably extremely, extremely frustrating for him. That's the point of art, though, right? Like you put it out there, and people can do what they want with it. I think it's cool that it's a Vietnam protest song, but it's also a mainstream pop hit. I think that's cool, and just let it be.
So, like, regular Nebraska though, is Atlantic City your favorite?
No, I think I actually just like Nebraska. And then there's a couple actual new songs that I've been really I'm trying to make myself really like Nebraska. Not trying. I've actually just found myself kind of going back to it. My Father's House I think is super good. I think Reason to Believe is super good.
That's my favorite.
Reason to Believe or My Father's House?
Reason to Believe.
Yeah.
I like Nebraska's my favorite on it, but then Highway Patrolman's probably my second.
I like Highway Patrolman too. I honestly didn't really like it that much. I kind of wasn't that impactful, but then you mentioned that was your favorite Nebraska song, and I enjoy that song a lot too. It's a good album. I think those songs are honestly better off when you listen to them as one-offs. I think the issue with it is I downloaded Nebraska before I boarded a plane the day before I was about to see this movie in theaters, and I was like, all right, I'm going to be alone on a plane for 4 hours, long flight, and I was like, this is a great time for me to listen to Nebraska 2 times through and just like really get psyched for this movie. I fell asleep, I think, during Johnny 99 both attempts. 4 songs in. Like, it's too one-noted. Like, I love folk music. I'm a huge folk music fan. But folk music has, like, music. Like, listen to John Croce. Like, he's strumming that guitar. Like, I feel like maybe Bruce isn't like that good of a guitarist. I don't know. Like, there should be more music there. Folk music doesn't mean that I'm just doing the same 2 chords and just hollering into a mic. I think the issue is I think the lyrics get lost just by how just one note of the whole entire album is, and it just kind of puts me to sleep. It does put me to sleep.
I think that might go to like the part of the fact that like these were recorded with the intent of being demos. So I don't think he was trying to really like layer in a ton of different pieces to it. And I think it was only like a 3 or 4 track that he recorded these on. So my guess would be it's because he wasn't trying to have them be like these super intricate versions. But I agree. I mean, all in all, they're very, very similar between the songs. It almost seems like you go just between like 4 songs without realizing that you're in 4 different songs.
For multiple reasons. It's a good album. I like respect it. Just tough to get through. I've tried to run to this album. Don't try to run to this album, kids. I don't know if I can think of a worse album to try to run to.
Yeah, I would not recommend it.
No.
What biopic, artist, music biopic do you want to see if you had to pick one that hasn't been made yet?
That's a good question.
I have an easy one. And it's just because it's near and dear to my heart. Yeah.
Are you gonna say Croce?
I'm going to say Croce, yeah. I'm surprised it hasn't been made yet. I guess he's not.
There's nothing out there?
I'm sure there's something. But, like, not
He
like,
had an interesting life.
super interesting life. Super interesting life.
Died in a plane crash.
And yeah, then he died young, yeah.
Was he older than 30?
He was about 30. Yeah. He only had 3 albums.
Wow.
Sad.
I don't know.
Avril
I think
Lavigne,
too
how they
would be
cloned
good
her.
one.
That would be interesting. You guys ever hear that conspiracy? That she died in
No.
2001? Yeah.
Chicago would be a cool band to do it on.
Okay. Why?
Yeah. They had a similar thing where like they had a key member die somewhat young. They were heavily influenced in like a lot of like the scene at the time. They were kind of like a little bit revolutionary on the front end of that kind of sound. Like Jimi Hendrix like references like Chicago as like a band that he looked up to a lot. So it's more of like I think you like for a biopic it's almost more fun if you get a less mainstream band. I know Chicago is like still fairly mainstream, but
I see that. The untold story of Chicago. Drugs, sex, and rock and roll.
I think I'd like to see a U2 one.
Okay. What about the Chicks? Dixie Chicks. And how they were ostracized from country music.
That could be a good one.
And you love their music.
Oh, who doesn't?
Grateful Dead. The Grateful Dead have to have a movie, right? Or no?
They have like
I did love their
a number of docs, but I don't know that they have like a
Is it a
fictionalized
30-part
movie.
doc?
There's a really good doc on Amazon that's Long Strange Trip. It's like 6 or 7 parts. Very good. Recommend if you're a fan of the Dead.
We were walking out of the Dead and Company show at Gateway Golden Gate Park, me and E2, in August. And as we were waiting for an Uber, he was playing the Dixie Chicks. That's what jogged my memory about both of those bands.
I did forget one biopic that I saw. I saw the NWA one as well. That one I think would probably be number 1 for me.
Oh, yeah. I should have maybe put Straight Outta Compton in it when I was talking about it earlier, but I didn't.
But that one came out a while ago.
Shame on me. All right, guys. I think we talked about this movie enough. Anything else to say? Any parting shots before we get into what you watched recently?
Oh, and another one that we didn't talk about it was The Doors. That one was pretty good too.
There was a Doors one?
Yeah, it got
the Doors one?
Val Kilmer an Oscar.
No, it didn't.
Pretty sure it did. Came out in like the 90s.
What's the name of this,
Oh.
Harrison?
It's called The Doors. It might not be called The
1991?
Doors. Yeah. Yeah, it's called The Doors.
Oliver Stone did it.
I
never
watched
seen this
it
movie. Have you seen
maybe
this
6
movie?
months ago.
Have you
It's
seen this?
it's trippy, dude.
Dude, it has a 57%
Yeah.
Rotten Tomatoes.
Yeah, it's I don't know if I'd call it good.
You said it won an Oscar.
I thought Val Kilmer won an Oscar for the acting, but like it's very like
Nicolas Cage on the Wikipedia page says that Val Kilmer should have won the Oscar for this.
should have won the Oscar. Okay, thank you. Like there's like halfway through there's like a scene where Val Kilmer goes out to like the desert of California and like trips balls and like is just like wandering around the desert. It's the definition of like pretentious actor just being an asshole as he portrays
Does he play
this guy,
Morrison?
which is also just how Morrison was, so like it fits. But
He was
like
nominated for MTV Movie Awards for Best Male Performance. Maybe that's what you're thinking.
Oh, that's basically an Oscar.
Yeah. At
Same
the time,
thing.
that was back at the Apex MTV, dude. That's back. They had a lot of cultural sway at the time.
Rip MTV. It's closed, shutting the doors down December 1st.
Yeah, well, when they stopped playing music videos, what do you expect?
All right, guys, what have you watched recently? Anything to throw out?
I've been on the plane, so I've just been going through the United catalog of on-demand movies. So I watched
Kinda
Notting
sad
Hill.
doing that.
Notting Hill
Okay.
recently.
First time?
No, it's a rewatch. Not very good. It's just Hugh Grant being
get out of
charming.
here.
Julia Roberts' character in that movie is just not likable.
Was that not the movie? Did that movie put them both on the map? Or were they like already?
I think she either was like already shooting the movie where she's the prostitute with Richard Gere. What's that? Pretty Woman?
Oh, Pretty Woman.
Yeah, I think they came out like pretty close to each other. But I think Hugh Grant, that was his first like big movie. And then I watched Master and Commander, Far Side of the Sea. Great movie. What else?
Is this movie good?
Master and Commander, legitimately great movie.
It's got an 85 on Rotten Tomatoes.
No, it's legitimately amazing. Like, it's a period piece, very
Russell
well
Crowe.
acted. It's the definition of like a dad movie. Like,
This looks so dad movie. It's got Russell Crowe sweating with long hair. Definition of a dad movie.
it's a great movie. Great sound in that movie. All of it takes place on a boat.
Like all good movies.
All good movies do. I need to watch Eddington. Just got released onto United.
Eddington's super solid, man. You gotta see it. I like Eddington a lot. One of my top 10 movies of the year so far. It's kind of falling down the list as more and more.
Past Lives is on it too. Haven't seen that yet.
Past
Watch
Lives
it.
great. Past Lives great. You'll see Past Lives and you'll be like, oh, it's such a Mike movie, and you won't like it that much because of that. E2, what have you watched recently?
I feel like I haven't watched all that much recently. I told you I watched Midnight Run fairly recently. One of my favorite movies of all time. Harrison, you ever seen Midnight Run?
I don't think
Did
I
you have-
have. That's with
It's with De
Oh,
Niro.
I haven't seen it. Yeah, no, I'm thinking of yeah.
Yeah,
What am I thinking
You
of?
told me great detail about it because De Niro essentially made this movie. This was after what, like Goodfellas or something? Something super
He
heavy,
had like
right?
this like
He was
stretch of like serious movies at the time, I think, and then he like wanted to do something that was like more kind of comedy or like buddy cop stuff, which is kind of the vein that this movie's in. But yeah, one
Oh,
of
I'm
my
confused
favorite
with
movies.
Logan's Run.
95 Rotten Tomatoes. You can watch it on Netflix. I might watch this movie like this week. E2.
You gotta
Me
watch
too.
it, Mike. Good movie, very good movie. Saw that. I haven't really watched anything new. Like I'm watching older movies. I saw The Player for the first time. Have you ever seen that?
Oh,
with
great
Tim Robbins?
movie. That's one of my favorite. Like, yeah, it's in my top 100 movies list.
Yeah, that was a good
Is
movie.
it actually in your
Also,
top 100 movies list?
Let me check. It's
It's also-
definitely in there.
it was just wild to watch that movie because it's like right before. Wait, Mike, have you seen that movie?
No, I have not. I'm just laughing
Okay.
at Harrison's top 100 movies list. I have a funny story to tell about it afterwards.
I was gonna say something that's like mentioning of the plot, so I'll refrain if you haven't seen it.
I haven't seen it. 97% Rotten Tomatoes. You can watch on HBO. Dang.
Wow, I lied. The Player is not in my top 100 movies list.
Of course it's not.
I wonder if I haven't put it in here since I've seen it. Since
Wait,
I've
it
last
premiered in
updated the
Cleveland,
list.
Ohio? Does this take place in Cleveland?
No, but I think it was at like maybe the International Film Festival at Cleveland. They have like a film festival.
That's crazy.
Yeah, very good movie though. If you haven't seen it, recommend seeing that one too.
Starring Tim Robbins.
It was like right before Shawshank.
Yeah, I mean, those both seem like really good recs and also easy to stream, both on two good streaming services that I currently have, thanks to Harrison, one of them. So we were out hiking the Great Smoky Mountains. This is 2020. Me, Harrison, and two of our friends. And so Harrison and our other buddy Ryan, who's been on this podcast, they came up with their top 100 movie list. And we were all supposed to make them, but me and Keegan didn't. And so when we had breaks, Harrison and Ryan would like read off like 10 of their movies. It was a great idea. It was awesome. They gave us something to talk about for like 30 minutes
we
afterwards.
didn't. I thought what we did is we kind of tried to describe the plot, and you had to guess what the movie was.
We might have started. I mean, when you're hiking in the mountains.
Just
like,
try and find. Yeah.
Find ways to kill time. That's probably what we started doing. But what I laugh about is that like we're at like 78, and Harrison just goes, the Harry Potter series, and then goes to 77. And then was like Lord of the Rings was like his number one movie of all time, but it was just all three Lord of the Rings, and it was like he had multiple series in there, and I just still to this day I think it's so funny, and just not the way you do a top 100 movie list.
Yes, it is, because if you watch, I guarantee you, if you poll most people, they watch all the Harry Potter movies in some sequence fairly quickly after each other.
But didn't
like,
you have
like,
some
oh, it's
movies where
Christmas.
you didn't have like Terminator 2 was by itself or something? Like it was crazy. It was nuts.
Because I don't think Terminator 1's is good. I don't think that's a top 100 movie, but Terminator 2 is. But the experience of watching all 7 Harry Potter movies together is a top 100 movie. But watching a one-off is not.
You had multiple series in there. It wasn't just Harry Potter.
No, it wasn't.
The thing is that I kind of get that argument. As
Did
much
you
as
have-
I want to hate it.
Did you have one spot that was a series, or you had 7 places in your top 100 as Harry Potter?
One spot.
Okay.
It was,
Do you
might
have
have
the
dropped
list?
out. I do have the list. I'm trying to find Harry Potter. Might not
It
be
was
on
also
here.
not 100. It was like 87 movies, and you're like, oh great. But no, like once we add it all up, it ended up being like 107. Like it was it was terrible. But you had The Thing super high, and then Keegan watched it, and then we were supposed to rewind The Thing, and then Harry didn't want to rewind it.
I'll give you the top 10. The Godfather 1 and 2 is number 1.
But not 3.
Not 3. 3's not good. I haven't seen it.
So number 1, Godfather Part 1 and 2.
I could just say the Compendium or whatever the hell they call it, where they just cut it all together in sequence, and that technically is one movie.
That's probably bad though.
It's not as good as watching them as distinct 1, 2. And then number 2 is Lord of the Rings trilogy watched consecutively.
In parentheses.
In parentheses. Number 3 is Jaws, the best summer blockbuster movie of all time.
But not Jaws 2, just Jaws. That's fine.
No,
I love that. Yeah.
There is an argument to do like all 7 Jaws. And it wouldn't be all 7. It'd be like Jaws 1, Jaws 2, Jaws 4, and make it like number 22. But that you'd be diluting it a little bit because you're including the other Jaws.
Harry, there's a dive bar about 3 blocks from me called Livewire, and they have Malort shots, and they have Piney the Elder on tap, but they always are showing Jaws on TV.
There's a bar down by my parents' house. They have a box built-in VCR television above the dartboard, which is a little dicey, but that's why they have it.
I've been there.
Yeah, the HUD. And
Yeah.
they alternate between playing Jaws and the Goonies all summer. It's electric.
I mean, yeah. No, it's sick. But, like, it was
That's
Game
awesome.
7 of the World Series. And San Diego, there's a bunch of Dodgers fan. We were going out with a Dodgers fan, and we were going to go to Livewire, but we're like, oh, they won't have it on because they only show Jaws.
Gotta be true to what you stand for, Mike.
I love it. No, I love it. I love it. It's like my favorite bar.
Number 4 is The Thing. Great movie. Told Keegan to watch it.
But you wouldn't rewind it.
There's a million podcasts about The Thing. There's a million YouTube videos explaining if what's his name is alive or dead or The Thing at the end.
Spoilers. I haven't seen The Thing.
All right. You should watch it. All right, 5 is Cool Hand Luke.
Hell yeah.
6 is Jeremiah Johnson, Rip Robert Redford.
Rip.
7 is Casablanca. 8
The thing is,
Rear
this
Window.
is actually like a really good list.
8 is Rear Window. 9 is
movie.
When Harry Met Sally, which is devastating that When Harry Met Sally isn't on like a main like streaming service, so I can't watch it.
Is it?
It might
not?
be on Hulu.
Are
I
you
just don't
sure
have
about
Hulu.
that?
It might be on Hulu. It might be on Hulu. I don't have Hulu.
Mhm.
And then 10 is 12 Angry Men. And then Mike, I'll give you 11 because it's your favorite movie, but it's Before Sunrise.
Just before sunrise, though.
Just Before Sunrise.
Oh, it's on MGM Plus. I actually have an MGM Plus subscription for another 3 days. When Harry Met Sally. If you want it, Harry.
Star Wars: The Original Trilogy is all one lump item. Because you would watch all 3 Star Wars original trilogies back to back. Like, who's just gonna sit down and just watch like Empire?
Like,
You would never do that.
I kind of get what you're doing. Like, yeah. I mean, like, I kind of get it, but it's ridiculous at the same time. Especially because it's like your number 1 movie's Godfather Part 1 and Part 2, but not 3. I don't know.
I don't know if I've ever watched. If it's on cable, this doesn't count. But I don't know if I've ever like put on The Godfather 1 and then not like within a day put on The Godfather 2 at some point.
Yeah, that's fair. I have the box set. I've never seen 3 though, actually, either.
I've never seen it, and I'm never going to.
What have I watched? Forgot the plot here. I saw Frankenstein. So I saw Frankenstein, Guillermo del Toro's Frankenstein. I saw it in theaters. I really want to see it in theaters because it looked like a visual spectacle. And then I actually watched it a little bit this morning while I was getting ready around the house. Just popped it on because I wanted to see what it looked like on TV. Watch in the darkest room you can possibly watch it in and the biggest screen you possibly can see it in because to me, it was the most visually stunning movie of the year. Every scene looked like a wax painting. It was gorgeous. You definitely lose a lot of that on Netflix. I have like a 50-inch I have a 50-inch screen TV. Like I have a decent TV, but you definitely lose a lot of it. It didn't really look that great to me on Netflix, which is too bad. But I thought the movie was super solid. Guillermo del Toro he veers from Mary Shelley's novel enough to where I thought it kept it a little bit exciting, but maybe not enough to where it did kind of feel boring. A lot of it did, and it was very, very long. I actually love that novel. I've read it twice, both times forced to for school, but I actually really, really, really like the novel. It's been a while since I read it, but as I was watching it, a lot of it was coming back to me. He created a couple new characters, Christoph Waltz's character probably being the most notable one. And he adds enough different where I think it keeps you captivated a little bit, but not entirely. And the runtime's just kind of long. But, Del Toro's the man. He loves his monsters. It's super well done. It's probably the best adaptation there's been of Frankenstein. I'll give it a 7.6 thumbs up. I'd watched it and I already put it on. Like, it's kind of one of those good movies to like throw on in the background almost while you're like doing something else because it's just like visually pleasing. It's just like I don't know. It's one of those movies where like in the next 2 months, if you're in a cold weather place and you want to like sit down and watch a good movie, I think it'd be a good movie to pop on. You might fall asleep during it, but I think it'd be a good movie to pop on. Another movie I saw was Good Fortune. I saw it in theaters. Seth Rogen, Aziz Ansari, Kiki Palmer, Keanu Reeves movie. Keanu Reeves is playing a guardian angel. And like Seth Rogen and Aziz Ansari switch bodies. Just good old tropes there. But they play on the tropes nicely, I think. It's a fun R-rated comedy. I haven't seen one of those in a long time. I thought it was super solid. I enjoyed my time in the theater. I'll give it a 7.0 thumbs up. I would recommend it. I would watch it again. Just so well casted. Everyone's super likable, funny enough. It gets the job done, but doesn't really reinvent the wheel. But I thought it was super solid. So I would recommend that to people. I got Apple Plus. I got a month of Apple Plus free because I am an AMC A-list member again. I watched The Studio, Seth Rogen's Apple TV show. I
That's
did
good.
watch that.
Yep.
Yeah, super
I've
good.
seen
It's
that.
like Curb
Yeah.
Your Enthusiasm. I feel a lot of Curb to it. Where like he gets himself like in all this trouble because he's kind of like a bad guy and has to like fix his way out of it, and then nothing really ties into the next episode really. I liked it. I liked it a lot. It's like Seth Rogen is the Larry David character, and he's running as like I don't know, like Paramount or some production company. I feel like you have to really like movies and have to have an understanding of how Hollywood works to really get a lot out of it. But I think you don't have to be like a diehard though. And I think it's just really, really funny. And so I would highly recommend it.
A lot of good cameos in it too. Yeah, it's just a fun show.
I can't believe they got so many people to like be in it because a lot of those
Apple.
they kind of come off bad, you know.
A lot of them have deals with Apple. So like Scorsese's in it because he's got the Apple deal now, right? He's like kind of Apple tied with Killers and all that stuff.
Yeah, I guess that's true. Zac Efron and Olivia Wilde don't come off that great. Actually, Zac Efron comes off good. Olivia Wilde does not come off very good. I think it's so funny. The one scene was like Marty's crying and he's like weeping.
I'd argue Olivia Wilde actually comes out fairly well in it because like it was just on the back of like all the kind of like controversy around that movie she made with Harry Styles, and so like there was a lot of like I think poking fun at that in the performance, which I think is kind of like I don't know, it kind of redeems your public image a little bit to me.
Like she can laugh at herself.
Exactly, like she's a little bit so there's some self-awareness.
Yeah, I think that's fine. That's fair. Ice Cube's hilarious in it. That whole Kool-Aid thing is super good. Would highly recommend it. I binge watched that so quickly. And then something else I saw was Stick, starring Owen Wilson, Apple Plus TV show.
Very good.
I liked it. I love Owen Wilson. It's similar to Ted Lasso. It was described to me as Ted Lasso, but Owen Wilson, and it's like golf. I think the worst things about it is the golf. It's just like not believable, a lot of the stuff. So it pulls me out of it. I think maybe I'm too close to the sport to like totally believe everything they're saying. But man, it's just so fun watching Owen Wilson just like act. Like I miss that guy. I love that guy. Mark Moran's in it. Moran? How do you pronounce it?
I've always said Mark Maron.
Maron?
Man,
I'm
Yeah.
trying to make his name more ethnic than it is. It's probably Maron.
I think it's Maron. Yeah.
Mark Maron's in it. He's hilarious. I think he's my favorite part in the movie, in the TV show, though. It's really well casted. Yeah, I enjoyed it. I would definitely watch the second season of it when it comes out. Like I said, I think the worst part of the TV show is the golf itself, but really, really liked it. Would highly recommend it. I watched that in one sitting. It was that good. And there's a camp song for the theme song. The band.
Oh,
Camp.
say less. Yeah.
Oh, true. Yeah.
Itu, you've seen it? Itu, I think you actually recommended it to me because it was subconscious in the back of my head, and when I got my free Apple subscription, that was the first thing I watched.
Yeah, I've seen the first season, and actually, I didn't really realize, but both Owen Wilson and Vince Vaughn have shows on Apple TV right now. Bad Monkey is another good one to watch.
Really?
Yeah,
I love
it's show based off a book by Carl Hyzen.
Oh shit! You told me about this. You own
very
the book,
good,
right?
Very good book too. And they've, I think, renewed for a second season. but it's not going to be based on a book. It's based on, I think, just the writer's new storyline, and it's by Bill Lawrence, the guy behind like Scrubs, bunch of different big TV shows. So looking forward to that one.
I also have Apple TV Plus, and I'll throw out Slow Horses into the mix.
Oh yeah,
Also, very good show.
very good. Can't get enough Gary.
Gary Oldman is just like electric on screen in that, just playing a disheveled,
great.
gross former, or I guess not former, but like washed out MI5 agent. Yeah, it's really good. It's got Jack Loudon as kind of like the main agent. He's really good. And then it's got kind of a other extended cast of characters that all, I mean, they're British character actors, so of course they're all very good at acting.
It's crazy how good Apple TV is. Like
I know they've got a lot.
I love Shrinking. I have not seen season 2, but like when I had my last, like Apple TV, I feel like they always give out like free trials. And so the last time I had it, I binge watched Shrinking, and I loved it. So I'm gonna watch season 2 at some point. I know that came out a couple years ago, and I know season 3 is coming out in a couple months, but Shrinking's really good.
That's Bill Lawrence.
All right, guys. Yeah. All right. Beer. My Evergreen God Bless America classic style lager, 4.8%, German style Pilsner. Make up your mind. Oh no, I'm reading the brewery company. Evergreen classic style lagers and ales. All right, I'm sorry. So this is God Bless America by them, and it's their German style Pilsner. It's actually quite good. If we're scoring it, I'd give it like a 6.5 out of 10, but that's pretty good for a Pilsner. Super smooth. It would be a good thing to drink on a hot summer day. I don't think it was too expensive. I bought a lot of different things at the grocery store, so I kind of got lost in the shuffle, but super solid. I'd buy it in a 6-pack. I probably won't because it's a Pilsner, and that's not usually what I'm going for, but super solid. How was that strawberry cider?
Yeah, I think I said at the opening it was a 1.7 out of 10.
Yeah.
I think I'll bump that up to a 2.1. But I'm not a cider guy.
That's fine. That's fair. All right, Harry, you've already scored that beer.
Yeah, I gave it like a 5. Probably.
I think Harry's in bed already. So on that note,
I've got like an hour or two of work after I hang up this call.
oh, that's so sad.
Yeah, it's gonna be brutal.
I'm not gonna cut that. All right, guys. Any parting shots before we leave?
Nope, nothing from me.
All right,
Nothing here.
Will this be the last time I'm on for like another 2 years?
100%. Thank you guys for coming on. Next podcast will be Begonia and the Running Man, the new Running Man, Edgar Wright with Keegan. That'll be out next week. Me and Keegan are also rewinding the 1987 Running Man. That'll be coming out later this week. Yeah, guys, it was a lot of fun. Thank you for coming on. I appreciate it. All right, guys, take care.
See ya.
Peace.
See you guys.
I'll give you the top 10. The Godfather 1 and 2 is number 1.
But not 3.
Not 3. 3's not good. I haven't seen it. I'll give you the top 10. The Godfather 1 and 2 is number 1.
But not 3.
Not 3. 3's not good. I haven't seen it. I'll give you the top 10. The Godfather 1 and 2 is number 1.
But not 3.
Not 3. 3's not good. I haven't seen it.